Автомат Калашникова безотказен в любых условиях.
Опачки! Palmetto State, AK, you know what, dude? I can't do this. Did I get it? I was going for really hardcore Russian, like, inmate tattoos, because it's an AK, but I think I just ended up on anime edgelord. God, why did, this was so cringe, suka. Anyway, we have the Palmetto State AK-74. I don't know if this is much as a review. I mean, not a whole lot of bad things I can really go into at this point, because we're somewhere around 15,000 rounds on this particular AK. Now, there is some history with this PSA AK-74. This is the exact AK-74 that you've seen on Grand Thumb twice. I pulled out an entire case of 7N6. I got a little bit less than half. I think there's 1080 of them in there, so we fired about 540 rounds. Or honestly, I was just curious to see, like, was this thing keyholing, not keyholing? Is it a turd? Also really hasn't been taken care of. I've never lubed it. I've personally fired another probably 3,000 through it, give or take. I'm gonna say I've gone through about 3 spam cans of 7N6. I probably should stop shooting 7N6 if they don't import it anymore. All the 545 enjoyers are just crying right now. Like, why did that guy just bump fire 7N6? PSA AK-74. This one is very special to me because it has the history that it has, and it still does great. However, it's kind of taken on a little bit different of a form, so I wanted to go into it because I think it's a sexy rifle. So we're just gonna talk about what I did to my PSA AK-74 and how it's probably one of my favorite in my collection. I'm probably gonna retire this. Maybe I'll just get a new one and start over because this one's sentimental to me. Before we go into what you see here, we're gonna talk about our sponsors, the people who make this channel run. OpticsPlanet. OpticsPlanet loves you guys, and so they give you Micah 7 so you can use it, abuse it. Next sponsor is Shooting Surplus, best in the biz, some of the best dudes. What you won't find over at Shooting Surplus is women with purple hair or bad customer service. If you do check out, just type in like a note or something and say, kisses, love, Micah, something homoerotic, I don't know. Third sponsor, Americana Pipedream. Get yourself some knives, Flectar, Omani, DPM, all the crazy camos you can't get. Coupon code BUSSIN. Third and final sponsor, Last Shot. Thank you for sending me my final spam can of 7N6 for this video. I think I'm gonna save some of it. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the Palmetto, the 15,000 round, give or take, AK-74. We're gonna talk about the most special thing to me last because that keeps viewer engagement up and that's what matters. Triangle stock, I'm obsessed with them. Do I think they're the best stock? Absolutely not. I actually prefer almost every other stock, Zenitco PT1s, PT3s, even just the solid polymer stocks like from AK-103s, 105s, anyway, I actually took that off just for the vibes to put on this triangle folder, and it's been great. I think I got this one from PSA. I'm not entirely sure. It could be real Bulgarian. Honestly, I don't know. I don't really care because it just looks like I want it to. So next we have the discontinued. You can no longer get this Zenitco B33 dust cover. I am anxiously awaiting a US company to make a perfect replica of the Zenitco B33. I know KUSA teased some upcoming Zenitco furniture. However, I hope they're watching this and they see this. Guys, Zenitco tan wasn't tanadized. It was this weird, matte, earthy brown color, and I saw y'all's anodizing, and it was very gold, okay? I want to see that like earthy brown on there. Like I want a tan Zenitco B33. If not, I totally get it. Who even knows what the Russians were doing when they made that tan? Because it's like the most bizarre shade of tan. It gets dirty if you just look at it, but that's kind of the vibes. Moving forward, I have a trigger in here. I don't remember which one it is, but it's not stock. I replaced it just because I had it laying around. And I seriously don't know what trigger it is. It feels good. So like not a whole lot of no, it feels great. Jeez, I've just been running and gunning it and not really, so here we go, ready? Like a couple millimeters of take up. A nice snappy break. Guys, it's a great trigger and you won't be able to go search for it because I didn't know what it was. So great gun reviewer, top tier, least most informed gun reviewer. Moving on, we can move up to my favorite part, okay? This is the Zenitco leader kit. You're probably used to seeing alpha AKs with the Zenitco Sport 1 handguard or those other, 100 series length handguards and stuff like that. I always thought full length AKs looked goofy with rails that went all the way out to the barrel. Just the super long handguards. But this one, I don't think that they imported a whole bunch of these, man. But this just started coming out as Zenitco and this whole war kicked off, stopped being imported. So they did make it to the consumer market, but only for, I want to say, a couple months. This is my favorite part about it. It has a cutout for laser aiming modules. I'm assuming that it was designed specifically for Pursts or something of that sort, but it works great with my Steiner D-ball. Thank you, OpticsPlanet. So Steiner D-ball sits super flush in there. Not low enough to where you can still use irons, but low enough to where you don't need risers or specifically hide over bore issues with your laser, because AKs already have crazy hide over bore. Here, I'm gonna draw like a line here and a line here, snap. And that's like how your crazy hide over bore is on AKs. So getting that laser aiming module to be like almost in line with the barrel is pretty sick. This is an awesome rail. I would also love to see an American company cloning a Zenitco handguard such as this one. Anyway, yeah, I really hope that gets recreated. It's such a good looking rail. It's very unique, and I think it makes laser aiming modules the best they can be. Final thing we have on here is the factory muzzle device. I had a 4-piece Bulgarian, but I'm kind of a hipster, so. Is that gay?
Kinda.
I really just didn't have any other muzzle devices. Once I threw it on, I thought it looked pretty sick. I think it went well with the triangle stock. Dan's kind of looking at me behind the camera like, is this guy ever going to shut up? I got you a burrito on the way here, by the way, so. Let's go shoot this thing and talk about recoil. We're gonna load up some 7N6. Funny enough, this barrel's not keyholing yet. I'm an idiot. Oh, I got it in. She does have kind of some troubles. Look, she's a tired girl, okay? All right, hit me with a Billy. Bill drill, 6 rounds. That was 3 and then I froze. Try it again. Terrible, terrible. Hit me with another one, Dan. All A's, but I'm just not used to this trigger. Making excuses. All low, but a really good group.
There's a 142.
All right, gonna go for head box. What was that?
It was a 146.
146, great group. I feel like that's pretty good. What do you think? Dan, you want to give it a go? Cameraman Dan?
All right, Dan, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the head box on this one.
Head box? That was consistent. I definitely lied to you about the height over bore. I told you to aim forehead and you smacked the forehead. So
I feel like I was aiming there and that's where I was going.
This gun is an effective weapon, without a doubt. You're very capable of being speedy on it, especially with these like enhanced style AK safeties. It sucks when you have to remove your fire hand in order to reach that front paddle. So having the ability to just kind of flick it, not bad. Recoil, I'm just gonna hunker down and just kind of show you guys the recoil. I'll fire one shot. 5.45 is an extremely soft round. With these AK muzzle brakes, the guns really just don't move. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know how well that translates on camera, but from a shooter's perspective, it feels phenomenal. I've shot a lot of more like combat AKs, you know, more like authentic Saigas and all that, and they do seem to be a little more gas than the PSAs, but the PSAs seem to be a little bit better of a shooting experience. I'm sure running suppressed, that helps quite a bit, but I mean, like, really, who suppresses AKs anyway? Like 10% of AK owners probably. This aside, let's talk about something else. Still had to look to make sure I didn't break anything. This is my sidearm of choice, okay? You know, it's my VZ61 housed in my Code 4 Defense Xidax holster. Finally got this pup all squared away with the Foldy Boy stock. I don't know if any Chechens or Czech people have ever ran this in a Xidax holster, but if you haven't, you're missing out. That's all I gotta say. This is about as Russian as my kit goes at home. It's not really even that Russian. The Alpha rig is pretty sick. This is probably one of the sickest Russian rigs out there. It does very well for AKs, okay? Probably one of the best AK rigs in my opinion, but if you're into that kind of stuff, I would check out Blue Jean Operator, where he has much better opinions on Russian rigs and AK setups and all that kind of stuff. But I think he thinks pretty highly of these rigs as well. This is from, this isn't Russian, this is from Norarm Tactical. And then obviously this is the Telnyashka, Chokobolira, the Kielbasa, whatever you want to call it, tank top. I just wanted to come out here and have a fun video with a gun that kind of means a lot to me. It's been around the block, you know, just kind of a hooer, if you know what I mean. A little scandalous AK. I guess last thing I could say is if Charlie were here and he were shooting it, he would say Slaba Manaba. Guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I looked at my analytics the other day, and most people who are watching are not subscribed, and that's okay. You really don't have to. It's your choice. I'm not gonna force you to do something you don't wanna do. But it would mean the world to me if you did and you kept watching. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I love you.